Just like last week, I shot this with my Nikon D500, and I think my favorite thing about this photo is how low to the ground the camera is. If you look at the water in the foreground, you can tell that the lens was just mere inches off the ground. And that was only possible because of the flip out screen on the back of the D500. And it kind of illustrates why those little features do matter. If you're looking at bullet points on the back of a camera box or an ad or on the internet, and they say things like flip out screen or touch screen, you might think, well, who cares? I just want to take pictures. Personally, I don't really care about that stuff because I bought this camera, and all of my cameras, in fact, because I want to get pictures of my kids and my family. And I bought the D500 because I want to get pictures of my kids doing action stuff out in the yard, not like snowboarding off cliffs, but just running around with their friends, playing ball, playing soccer, and things like that. And the D500 is perfect for that. That's why that camera exists. But sometimes it's fun to do other things with your camera gear, like take a picture of a duck floating in the pond. And that's what happened here. Took it out with the 50mm lens, and I saw this group of ducks swimming around. I had nothing to entice them to come close to me or anything. I just sort of held my camera down with the flip out screen, and I took a lot of photos, and I was constantly focusing with the back button. So I tapped a certain area of the screen and locked focus, but then the duck would swim. And so I would quickly refocus with the back button and then take a picture, refocus, take a picture. The live view on the Nikon cameras, at least on their DSLRs, is not great for continuous autofocus. It's great for single point autofocus, but when your subject is moving, forget about it. And this one happened to be in focus. And I really like how this turned out. You got the sunlight coming in from the side. You got that sparkle in the duck's eye. You got the two other ducks in the background. I mean, it's a well-composed photo. And I also like the angle of view, how it's just right off the water. Fortunately, this duck came close enough to me. Normally, you'd need a telephoto lens for this sort of thing. I didn't have one. I just had the nifty 50, the one that I've had since the beginning of this whole operation years and years ago. But that lens is awesome. It's one of the best lenses you can buy if you're shooting Nikon, is that 50mm lens. The images you get are amazing. And to this day, it still kind of surprises me what I can get out of that lens. And that's the lens I used to start this blog. Let's see, 2013. So 7 years ago almost is the same lens that I used to shoot this photo. So it's just kind of neat to see that happen, where the stuff I've been using for years, I still enjoy using and still find interesting ways of shooting photos with it, despite the fact that it's not the latest and greatest. I don't know, it's a cool feeling.